Everyone, selamat datang and a warm welcome to our collaborative online international learning or COIL. So a collaborative program between TELU, UTHM, and DNSC. So I'm Astri as the chairperson for today's class. And then joining us today, our excellent speaker from Telkom University, Dr. Raden Roro Sri Saraswati, SE, AK, MAK, CA. Also, we would like to welcome all of you, students from Telkom University Indonesia, student from University Tun Hussein on Malaysia, and student from Davao del North Stage College, the Philippines. Welcome everyone to Chapter 7 of COIL 2025, the Global Entrepreneurship 2025, Financial Planning for Business Startup. All right, everyone. So before we start today's presentation, let me remind you again the basic rule for today's agenda. During the presentation, kindly turn off the microphone, and then all participants are encouraged to turn on the video during the presentation and in the photo group session at the end of the class. And also there will be quiz after the presentation from Dr. Sas. And at the end of the session, participants are requested to fill out the feedback to improve our next program as well as to get the e-certificate. So now, without further ado, let's begin our COIL class, yeah? Yeah, so we encourage everyone to stay engaged. Feel free to use the chat feature to share thoughts and questions. Thank you. So to Dr. Sas. Okay, please proceed.
Okay, thank you, Bu Astri, for the introduction. And before I greet to everyone here, to all students, I would like to say thank you for inviting me here to give the last session of the Global Entrepreneurship 2025. It is very honor for me, and maybe we can share some knowledges and experience, during this lesson. So, good evening, everyone. It's great to see some of the students from UTHM, Malaysia, and some students from the NSG from Philippines, and last but not least, some students from Telkom University, Indonesia. So nice to be here among all of you. So I hope everyone here is doing fine. I know this is at the end of the day, so maybe some of you are very tired and also feel sleepy, yeah. But let's make this session is fun, yeah, and also active, and I hope that will be practical also. So make sure that before we start the lessons, I will give you information, yeah, to make any collaboration between you and me, okay? So what is that? I want this class is active during the session, and there will be quizzes throughout the session, okay? And hope all the students will participate, and the quizzes will be conducted by Kahoot, and everyone is expected to log in and do not log out until the class is over. So later we will know who is focused and active in class and can quickly answer the question. So I hope the rules during this session are clear enough to understand. Okay, students. Okay, friends from Southeast Asia, yeah. So this is a student from Malaysia, Indonesia, and Philippines, yeah. Okay, so earlier, so Ibu Astri said that I'm as an accountant, right? But here tonight, I'm not going to do I'm not going to explain about accounting's course. Yeah, I will about I want to be here is about sharing the knowledges, yeah, and something more general, things that make sense and are based on my experience in starting a business. So tonight we are talking about something very important, and then I will to share the what is that? The slide first. Ibu, can we make it me co-host?
We've already made you
Okay,
a
yeah.
co-host, Bu. Yeah.
Okay. So let me start the first slide. Okay.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, it is visible, right? Okay, now, so tonight we are talking about something very important, yeah, to start your business. So this is about how financial planning will make your business success. So decision will help you to think lean, growth, and turn your ideas into thriving business. So here are the topics we will discuss tonight. First, success stories from the startup companies, one from food and beverage and one from apps technology. Second, we will discuss why financial planning matters. And it is important to start a business. Yeah. Second, we will discuss why financial planning is matters to start a business. And the third one is knowing the important elements in making financial planning. While the fourth is avoiding mistakes that are usually made by new companies. So before we go any deeper, I would like to ask you first, okay? If you have extra money, what business would you like to do? So please type on chat box, yeah, because I want to know your ideas. If you have money, what do you want to make a business? Do you have any idea to make a business? You can chat. So I want to know what ideas. Food and beverage from UTH licensing. And then who else? Who else? Investing, okay. Doing investing in some of stocks here. Technological services. And then what else? Convenience store. Oh. Fashion. What else? Printing services, yes. What else? Oh, that's quite a lot, yeah. So this is a very different ideas. Some of you are interested in fashion, printing services, convenience store, technological services, food and beverage, investing. Okay, so do you know that's your idea? That's your idea, yeah, is you know that your ideas has to be success, right? And how you make your ideas becoming a success and system. So now we have to see from the success story first, yeah, before we dive deeper. Now let's see kopi kenangan. You know kopi kenangan. You must have heard of kopi kenangan, especially for Indonesians. This company was founded in 2017. And the initial idea of its founder was to provide quality coffee for the middle class at an affordable price. And Kopi Kenangan pays attention to financial planning properly, especially for the capital for outlet, ingredients, and mobile application. They also focus on operation and technology that must continue to develop according to market and demand. And they always pay attention to daily sales and cost flow management. So what is the result? Over 900 outlets across Southeast Asia with 1 billion valuation. See, Kopi Kenanga is example for what's happened when a great idea is backed by smart financial planning. And now we go to another success story. Grab started in Malaysia in 2012 as My Taxi, founded by Anthony Tan, to fix taxi safety issues. It used technology to connect driver and passengers, helping to digitalize and disrupt traditional transport services. With smart financial planning, estimating costs, building a strong financial model, and starting lean in one city, Grab quickly attracted investors. So now, Grab become super apps in Southeast Asia, raise billions, reach decacorn status, and operates in more than 8 countries. So we have seen earlier how two companies that started from an extraordinary idea, assisted by good financial planning, were able to become strong companies that were trusted by their investor and by their services users. And now I want to tell you about the story of Anna. Now let's look at Anna's story. She started with small capital, only 200,000, yeah, snack business, yeah, selling snacks from home on Instagram. She had great product, good packaging, and her friends were supportive. Order come in fast, direct message were full, people posting their snacks, everything looks perfect from the outside. But just in 3 weeks, Anna was out of money. No more capital, no stock, her bank's account was empty, and she had to pause the business, even though demand was growing. So what actually went wrong with Anna? Well, she didn't make a proper budget, didn't track where her money was going, and forgot to plan for hidden costs like packaging and delivery. So that's why the money ran out fast, even though sales looked great at first. Now, let's pause and to be honest to all of us here. How many of you have started something just because you had the money and the skills, but didn't actually make a financial plan? Is there any of you have the same experience with Anna? You can chat in the box, in the chat box. You can type in the chat box. Is there any of you have the same experience with Anna? You have money, you have skill, but do not doing the financial planning. Okay, so Jai Liza, you have the same, yeah. So do you think it is dangerous, or it is make your business is still sustain? No? Yes, because if we only have money and we also have a skill, doesn't mean that our ideas and our business will going thrifting, yeah. So I stop my small business because I don't have enough capital. Okay, so enough capital, so means that why we don't have enough capital? Do we have already done the financial planning yet to make sure that everything's happen during the business will be covered by our revenue or not? So that's what financial plans is very matters. So that's what we going to discuss this tonight. Okay, now we're going to another slide. Now we already knows the story from two successful stories, startup companies, and from Anna's stories. Now we will see why does financial planning matter so much. Let's break it down. Financial planning, first, it helps you avoid running of cash. Like Anna, many startups fail not because their product is bad, but because the money runs out too fast. If your cash is under control, yeah, then you know what is going to be happen. And second, why financial planning is important? It makes it easier to get funding. Investor want to know how you will manage money. A clear plan builds their trust. And once you secure funding, you will face the next challenge, how to grow the business. And the third, why financial planning is matter, because it supports business growth. Plannings help you decide when to expand, when to reinvest, when to loan or hire. But remember, those moves only work if based on numbers, not guesswork. So never any assumption or just guessing. Yeah. And lastly, it helps you make smarter decisions. So financial plannings, it will help you make smarter decisions. Your business should give you a lower prices, start a promo, or with good planning, you will have a clear answer, not just assumption. So these 4 reasons, are not theory. They are survival tools for every entrepreneur, including you, to make why financial planning matter to make your business grow. Now, we are starting for the first Kahoot question. So please open your Kahoot. Okay. Let me stop share and then go to, oh yeah, wait a minute. Apps. Okay, so everyone, just make sure, don't forget to write your name and the name of your university. And this quiz is not only about right and or wrong, It is also about speed of time. So those who open, wait a minute, and then okay, you can start, share. This one. Wait a minute. Let's do one. Okay, everyone can see the Kahoot? Everyone can see the Kahoot on your screen?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Can we start now? Everyone can see the Kahoot from your screen? Share, right? Huh? Wait a minute. Share, yeah. Start. No, share first. And then, okay, everyone. Are you ready to play the quiz now? So this is the quiz is not only about right and wrong, it is also about speed of time. So those who are fast will most likely increase their score. Okay, ready? Okay, I'm waiting for the participation. For your participation, so I will see how many of you are joining this quiz. Make sure do not log out the Kahoot until the class is finished. So there are 58 students here. No. So there are 77 students here in this class. There are still 25 students, so I cannot start yet the quiz. So here's already 50 students join participant limit, yeah. Okay, so only 50 can reach this quiz. So we can start now, yeah. Ready for the quiz, okay? Let's see, yeah. What is the right answer? Yes, financial planning for cash flow, yeah. So some of you already give the right question, and we want to know who is the highest, yeah, who has the highest score. Like is from where? So make sure that your name is mentioned where your university. What is your university? Okay, so we go to another lesson, yeah. Okay, now just keep the quizzes, yeah. Don't quit the quizzes. I mean the Kahoot. Okay, now we go to another slide. Okay, now, okay, I forgot to explain. So the right answer is financial planning for cash flow, right? So the question before a startup has a great product and an early customer, but they run out of money after 3 months. What was most likely missing from their plan? The answer is financial planning for cash flow. So this is like the story of Anna, yeah. This is a very common mistake. Many startups collapse not because the product is bad, but because they didn't plan their money well. Cash flows means knowing how much money comes in and goes out. So, and without that plans, that might spend too quickly and not have enough to keep going. Okay, now let's see the key elements of financial planning. So now we know why financial planning is very important to avoid cash problem and then also attract investor, grow smoothly, and make smart choices. But how do we actually do financial planning? Let's break into the simple steps. There are key elements of financial planning you need to know and apply when building your business. First is estimating initial capital. We need to know how much money we need to start. Which minute? Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Sorry to technical problems. Okay. So this first, yeah, the first key is estimating initial capital. We need to know how much money we need to start the business. This is called initial capital. For example, if you want to open a small coffee shop, you must count the cost for the coffee machine, rent, ingredients, and license. If you don't plan this well, the money can run out in just maybe 3 weeks, yeah? And the second one is we have to create a budget. This is like your shopping list, but with limits. You decide how much for ingredients, how much for marketing, for staff, and so on. So for example, if you have 1,000, don't spend it all for decoration and forget about the stocks. And third is forecasting. This means predicting your sales and costs in good times and also in slow times. Maybe you sell cakes. During holidays, the sales go up, but after holidays, they go down. Forecasting helps you to prepare, so you are not surprised when there is a low demand or high demand. And the fourth one, and the very important thing is managing cash flow. Even if you sell a lot, if money comes in late or goes out too fast, your business can be in trouble. So we must track money in and money out to make sure the business can survive each week. And the fifth one is break-even analysis. So break-even means when will you cover all your costs and start making profit. For example, you spend $500 to start, and you begin to earn profit after selling 100 cups of coffee. That's your break-even points, and it is very useful to know. Yeah, and then the sixth one is funding option. Sometimes we need more money. So where do we get the funding from? From savings, bank loans, or investor? So each option has pro and contra. So if you borrow money from money, you must pay it back. If you get investor, you must share your profits. And the last one is tracking adjusting. So last one, tracking adjusting, your first plan won't be perfect, and it is okay. But you must review your number weekly or monthly. If delivery costs go up, maybe you change supplier or adjust your prices. So you have to keep improving all the time. Yeah. So you already know about what is the financial planning, why is financial planning is important. Now you already know the 7 key element of financial planning. So now we will go to the second question in Kahoot. Get ready for it. Okay. Start the question. Yes, the right answer is managing cash flow. So some of you are already answer the right answer, yeah, and some of you is still missing. Let's check, yeah, who is now the highest score? Afika from UTHM. So why is managing cash flow? So we know that the company can pay its bill on time. So even if a business looks there is a technical problem ya Ibu Astri ya. I was out ya. I was out before. So let me explain about the right question. The right question is the right answer is managing cash flow, right? So even if a business looks profitable on paper, it can still run into trouble if it doesn't manage its cash flow. Profit is about what you earn on average, but cash flow is about when money actually comes in and goes out. If your bills are due today, but your customer pays next month, you have got a problems. So that's what happened, yeah. Also to Anna. Okay, now we go to another slide. Where is stop share? cannot see. Stop share. Okay. Now the key elements. Okay. Now we go to one by one, yeah, to break down all the key elements. Starting with the first key step, estimating initial capital. So before you start a business, you need to know how much money do you need to begin. This includes costs like equipment, inventory, rent, marketing, and license. So you have to plan realistically, but also don't forget about hidden costs. What is hidden cost? Hidden cost is something that we sometimes ignores, yeah, but it will cost a lot, like packaging, electricity deposit, or emerging repairs. So that's often surprise for beginners. Okay, so we go to another question, okay? Question number 3. Okay, wait a minute. I will give you, okay, this Kahoot. Can you see, of you, the participants, students, can you see the Kahoot? Nggak ada nih, guys. Okay. Okay, we go to another question, okay? Ready for the next question? Question number 3. Right. So the right answer is, which of this is an example of a hidden cost in a small business? Yes, right. Repairing the air conditioner after it breaks down. So this is a hidden cost because it is unexpected. So most people don't plan for things like broken equipment, but they still cost money. So that's why we need to prepare for surprises. So who got the highest score now for the until the question number 3? Raihan, yeah, okay. So make sure that everything's still here. So how many people still in the class, in the Kahoot? 50, yeah. Okay. Now we go to another slide. Okay. Now is budgeting. What is budgeting is all about? So before the key elements, the first one, you already know how many initial costs for starting the business. Now, what next you have to do? Yeah. Make sure that you know what the money will for. So the budgetings will help you decide where every dollars, every ringgit, yeah, peso and rupiahs, yeah, will go. Is it for stocks? Is it for rent, for packaging, or delivery? Without a budget, it is easy to spend too much on things that don't help your business grow. So a good budget keeps you focused and avoids waste. So always include a buffer for emergencies also. What is buffer? Buffer, that's the money that you spend for emergencies issues, yeah. Now we go to another question, for question number 4, about the budgeting. Kahoot. Okay. Kahoot. Okay. Apps. Wait a minute. Share. Cannot share. Why apps? Share it. Wait a minute, ya Ibu. See, I still have a problem to share the Kahoot. Can you see the Kahoot? Not yet. What about
Not yet,
now?
Bu.
What about now? Apps.
Still no.
Apps. Yeah. What is, why? Okay, goes to number 4, right? Question number 4. Why is it important to include a buffer in your startup budget? Right, there are 44 answer the right answer, yeah. To cover unexpected costs. So a buffer means extra money in your budget. It is there to help you when things don't go as planned, like sudden repairs or price increases. So every smart startup includes one to stay safe. So who is the highest scores now? Raihan. Oh, still Raihan. Okay, it's quite a tight competition, yeah. So now we go to another slide. Okay. Now that we have set the initial budget, so now is the next step is forecasting or predicting our future sales and expenses. So this means using past data, market research, and even seasonal patterns to guess how much money we'll earn and spend. And here's the key, yeah. Don't just plan for the best. Always prepare for 3 things: best case, average case, and worst case. So you won't be surprised when sales go down or costs suddenly go up. Okay, now we're going to 5 questions. Question number 5. Okay. We go to question number 5. Why should you create best, worst, and average case for case. Right. 41 students answer the right answer, yeah. And then only some are wrong. So the right answer is to prepare for different business outcomes. So we don't always know what will happen in business. Sales might go up, stay the same, or drop. So by making best, average, and worst case forecast, we are ready for any situation, not just the good one. Okay. Now we go to another slide. Managing cash flow. So this is still the key elements of financial planning. So managing cash flow, this means make sure that the money coming into your business is enough to cover what's going on. So means that to cover all your expenses. For example, you might get many orders like Anna did. But if you don't have money for ingredients or delivery, you are stuck. That's a cash flow problem. So make sure that you always track your cash, even just weekly. Yeah. So you know if you can pay your bills and keep your business running. So now we go to 6th question. Okay. Okay. 6th question. Still the highest. Okay. Anna had many customer orders, but couldn't afford ingredients to make them. What is this an example of? Right. The right answer is a cash flow issues. Yeah. So 35 students still concentration. Yeah. So you make the right answer. So why it is the answer is cash flow issues? Even though Anna had many orders, she didn't have enough money to buy ingredients. That's not about profit or marketing. It is cash flow issues. So money was coming in, but not at the right time to pay her expenses. That's why tracking cash flow is so important. So now we go to another slide. Okay, now talking about break-even analysis. So I know that all of you know about break-even analysis. Yeah. Break-even is when your total sales equal to total cost. So break-even happens when your total revenue equals your total cost. Means no profit, no loss. So the easier formula to count about the break-even is using this formula to know how many units that you have to sell. Yeah. To have to how many units that you have to sell without have loss, yeah, without gain any loss. So this is the formula: break-even units, fixed cost divided by selling price minus variable cost. So if you have fixed costs 10,000, right, or 3,000 per month to pay rent, to pay rent, and also you have to pay about what else? Yeah, maybe you have to pay any salary, yeah, director's salary, yeah. That's the fixed cost. And then your selling price, if you wanna sell smoothies or anything, yeah, is $5. And the variable cost is $2. So variable cost means that the cost that changes with each product you sell, like ingredients, packaging, or delivery. So the example, like fixed cost is 3,000, and the selling price is $5, and the variable cost is $2. So what is your break-even units? You can count now. So fixed cost is 3,000 divided by 5 minus 2. So the answer is 1,000 smoothies. So means you need to sell 1,000 smoothies to cover all your costs. So after that, so if you sell 1,001, yeah, that sales is profit. So knowing the break-even analysis is helps to set your goals and pick the right price for your product. So your break-even point is very important. Okay, so you already knows the formula. So now we go to another question. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Number 7. Raihan is the highest. Yeah, the highest score. Okay, now we are going to the 7th question. So the answer is 250 units, right? So after 250 units, then you will get profits, okay? So who is the highest? Yana from UTHM, okay, yeah. Now we go to another slide. Okay, funding options. Now talking about funding. How do you get money to start your business? Yeah. To have funding to start your business, there is no one size fits all. Some people use their savings, others borrow from family and friends, or get help from microloans or government support. If you are more creative, you can try crowdfunding, where many people chip in a little, or find angel investor who want to support startups. But the key message is start lean, grow smart. Don't borrow more than you need. Use what fits your current stage. So if you borrow more than you need, you know what's happened, yeah? Because you have to pay back to the investor. And if you are not needed, why you have to loan more than you need, yeah? Because it will be very dangerous to all of you. So now we go to the next question. Question number 8. So everybody are still here, yeah? How many students? Okay. We go to question number 8. All right. Yes. So if you want to keep full ownership of your startups, yeah, don't have to share your business with anyone. That means no investor taking a piece of your ownership. You stay in full control. Right. Okay. So still there are some students still concentration. Yeah. So you can all answer the right question, the right answer. So is the highest score? Oh, Yana from UTHM is still quite very tight competitive. Yeah. Now we go to another slide. Okay. The last one is about the key element of planning, financial planning, is tracking and adjusting. To manage your money better, you can use Google Sheet or Excel for budgeting. Or you can download cash flow trackers or simple mobile apps to help you keep track. And most importantly, always update your number regularly. That's how you stay in control. Yeah? So tracking and adjusting is very important for the business, right? So you know how much money you have earned and how the business going. So after you know the numbers, you can make any adjusting like strategies. Many strategies you can improve to make your business bigger. So let's go to another question for tracking and adjusting. Okay. Question number 9. Yes, right. Yeah. So the right answer is to catch problems early and adapt your plans. So tracking and adjusting helps startups stay alert. If something isn't going well, like sales dropping or cost rising, you can spot it early and change your plan before it's too late. That's why you avoid bigger problems and keep your business on track. So who has the highest now? Oh, Yana from UTHM. Okay, before I continue my slide, yeah, because there are only 3 slides left. Yeah. Is there any question from all of you to discuss? Not yet. Okay. Is there any question before I continue to the next slide about what financial planning is all about and about the 7 key elements of financial planning? Okay. Let me see first. Is there any question from all of you about the financial planning and the key elements? The 7 key elements of financial planning? No? So maybe something to discuss about it? So we can continue to the next slide. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about a common mistake to avoid. Yeah. So these mistakes often happen not because the idea is bad, but because the financial habits are weak. Let's take a moment to look at 5 common financial mistakes startup often makes. First, underestimating costs. So forgetting hidden expenses like packaging or repairs. Second, not having an emergency fund, which makes it hard to survive through months. And the third, overestimating income. Sales don't always come as fast as we hope. Fourth, missing personal and business money. So which make finance messy. So the 5th one and the last one, not tracking your number regularly. So you miss signs of trouble early. So we go to the last question for this slide. Okay. Which of this is a common financial mistake made by startups? And the right answer is mixing personal and business money. Yeah. Okay, so why? When you mix your personal and business money, it becomes very hard to track how much your business is really earning or spending. You might think you are making profit, but actually you are using your own money without realizing. So now who is the winner? Yeah, so we already have the winner. Who will be the winner? Faris from UTHM. And the second winner is Alisa from UTHM. And the first one is Yana from UTHM. So everyone from UTHM, please give the applause to the three winners, yeah? The three winners of these quizzes. So I hope everyone is still on this Zoom, yeah? Because we're going to have one slide left, yeah? Okay, congratulations to Yana from UTHM. And then also to Alisa and to who else? I cannot see the winner is, the third winner is Faris, yeah? Okay, now we go to the third, the last one, the last slide. Okay, now we know already about the Anna's problem slide. So Anna now learning from her mistakes. Anna didn't give up. She paused, made a clear budget, and started tracking her cash flow. She kept it small, managed her stock better, and began saving. The result, in just 3 months, Anna's business became profitable and ready to grow. So Anna learns from her mistake, yeah. And he has done her planning, her financial planning, and also make sure the 7 key elements can be implemented in her business. And now, what the take-home messages? There are 4 take-home messages. First, budgeting. Clarity before spending. So you have to make everything clear. You have already knows what the money will it will for. And then you have to also make forecasting. With the forecasting, you can make a better preparation for when the business ups and downs. And tracking the numbers will tell big stories. So everything's about the numbers. If you can tracking, that means that you can also make any strategies to make your business is improve, yeah, or thriving. And the last one is cash flow. With the cash flow, you can survive. And then also plan early and scale wisely. So you don't need to be an expert to start planning. You just need to start. So to wrap it up, you have to know all the financial planning, because when we know the problems about our business, we can manage it earlier. So we can overcome all the problems better. So maybe like we have discussed before, I read from the chat box, some of you want to make any business in food and beverage, from mobile apps or fashion. Make sure that when you already spend money for initial start the business, make sure the money has to back to you. Don't get lost. I think that's what I can explain for tonight. And maybe I'm waiting for the question or to discuss here with all of you. Ibu Astri.
Ibu Sas, thank you. Yeah, thank you for the explanation and also for the Kahoot time for the quiz. So everyone, if you have any questions, you may ask now. You can type your questions in the chat box of Zoom, or you can ask directly to Dr. Sas for your questions. So, Ibu, there are some chats. Yeah, there are a few students who couldn't access the Kahoot. Is that okay?
Yes, it's okay because the
Okay.
Kahoot only can be 250 participation.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Bu. Yeah. Any questions or not?
Any question?
I think so far so good, Bu.
Yeah,
They
so
understand with
everybody
the
knows it's
explanation.
very easy, yeah, because everything is common sense and very easy. I think the struggling is how we implement all these seven key elements of financial plan. Yeah, because this is uh, need your need your ideas. I mean, need your you need any information about how to start the business. If you have any information, yeah, you have enough information, then you can make this seven element is works. It works. So that's why when we have we want to start a new business, what we have to do is what market you want to your product is. What is your captive market? Yeah, because captive market makes different price, right? Different budgeting also. Okay, because when we know what market will be our customer, then our financial planning will be much better. Because if we put too high, maybe market cannot afford for that. For example, like Kopi Kenangan. Kopi Kenangan is only for the middle class. So Kopi Kenangan already set her captive market is for middle class, not for the high class. So they can sell with the affordable price. And so because of their strategies, they can now become a billionaires, yeah. I mean the unicorn, right? That's maybe what I can tell you about how to start the business. So first, you have to know what your market is, your captive market. Okay, that's Ibu Astri.
Yeah, Ibu, thank you for the encouragement, yeah, to start the business. So, students, any questions or no? If there is no, oh, okay. Um, Hang on. There's one question, I guess, Bu, in the chat of chat Zoom.
Since there are those of us who can access set Kahoot because of the rooms limits, right? Yes, I think it is a no, yeah, because all your attendance is much better. Yeah, if you are still here, because the Ibu Astri will also make absence of your attendance, right?
Yes, by filling out the feedback, yeah, later, yeah, guys. Okay, so it's okay, Rafli Bintang. So no worries, yeah. Okay, so yeah, if there is no questions, I guess, yeah, I'm going to wrap up this chapter 7 for the entrepreneurship, coil for today, Bu,
I
and
think it's enough,
students.
yeah.
Okay, so everyone, here I'm going to share the link for the feedback today. Yeah. All right. So here I've already shared to you the link for the feedback. Kindly fill out the feedback. And then, yeah, for today's participation, for today's COIL program, the Global Entrepreneurship 2025. And then later, we're going to have a photo session together before we end this meeting, yeah? Okay. So, yeah. Bu Sas, could you please, if you have done with the presentation, could you please stop share? Because we're
sure.
going to have, we're going to have a photo session together, everyone. Students from TELU, UTHM, and D, and SC. Kindly please turn on the video, turn on the camera, because we're going to have a photo session together. All right. So, yeah, I'll give you some time. All right. So please turn on the video for this last chapter of COIL, the Global Entrepreneurship 2025, a collaborative program between Telkom University Indonesia, UTHM Malaysia, and DNSC the Philippines. All right, so are you ready for the photo session? So yeah, I'm gonna count. 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, one more time. Okay. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. So yeah, with this, oh, Bu, do you have any, what is it, comment for this last chapter of COIL for the Global Entrepreneurship 2025?
No, I think it's enough.
It's enough. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining the Global Entrepreneurship 2025. So yeah, don't forget to fill out the feedback ya. Okay, so terima kasih banyak Ibu Sri Saraswati. So thank you very much, Bu Sos, for
Thank you,
this,
Ibu Astri.
for this occasion of COIL. Yeah,
Okay.
everyone. So I'm going to end the
Can
meeting like
can
in
I end
1
it?
minute ya. Yeah,
Thank you,
sure,
Ibu.
Bu. Terima kasih. Yeah. So everyone, thank you once again for joining the Global Entrepreneurship 2025.